Good morning, and welcome to another edition of Don't Mess with Texas, Volume 1, Part 19. This segment gonna be on a guy who was my cell partner. He's the mass murderer out of Houston. I'm gonna read a little background on his case. Before we get started, as usual, I just took the trash out. Today is trash day in this area of Oak Cliff. I had my motherfucking shank with me. I was ready at all times. Nothing jumped off, but I'm ready. All my subscribers, stay ready. Future subscribers, let's ride. This guy is known as the Sunday morning slasher. One of the most notorious serial killers in American history. Carl Eugene Watts is suspected of murdering over 100 women. Watts particularly targeted young white women and used various tactics to kill his victims, including stabbing, slashing, drowning, strangulation. The Sunday morning slasher made his mark in Houston in the early 1980s with the murders of several young women, several of whom were simply jogging through their neighborhoods. Police was left puzzled as these murders occurred randomly throughout the city and at such a high frequency. On May the 23rd, 1982, Watts broke into the apartment of Laura Lister and Melinda Aguilar in Houston. As she arrived home from work, he choked Lister into unconsciousness while Watts tied her up behind her back with a wire. He dragged Lister's body upstairs into the bathroom as he started filling the bathtub, preparing to drown her. While Watts was preoccupied with Lister, Aguilar was able to slip free and jump out of a window to seek help. Lister was rescued and Watts was later arrested after fleeing the scene. While in custody, police began to link Watts with the recent murder of a number of women. Now this guy, he was in the cell with me. He was something I noticed about the mass murders I came in contact with in prison. Most of them are super quiet. That's the way he was. He didn't do not much talking. Elmo Wayne Henley, the same way. Kenneth MacDuff, same way. But he was a little bit more social. He loved to gamble and play poker. After that, he'd be over on his bed reading. This goes to show you this man had killed over 100 females, yet he snitched on his damn self. He received, in a plea bargain, he received 60-year sentence and no prosecution for the murders. But it was aggravated under the 3G law in Texas. On appeal, he got that overturned because he was not advised that bath water was a deadly weapon. So they took the aggravated off his sentence and make him a non-violent felon. He had a 60-year sentence. He was drawing 3 for 1 good time back then. And that means he would do 20 years flat and he would discharge his sentence with no parole. But Michigan had him under surveillance for murders in Michigan. They never agreed to the Texas deal. Upon his day of release from TDC, Michigan picked him up. He was transferred to Michigan and he received a life sentence with no parole in Michigan. 2 months later, he died of prostate cancer. Now, I was in the cell with this guy. Like I said, he didn't get money from home. So I'd make a spread The only thing he said to me when we first moved in the cell, we got the cleanup schedule down pat. By me had a good fucking job, I'm gone all the time. I'm never in the cell. And most time he sits in the day room and just watch fucking TV. He go to the rec yard. He didn't participate in sports or anything. He just stand around and look and walk around the rec yard. So we agreed on the cleanup schedule. And that was the end of the conversation. Before they moved him in the cell with me, the warden told me, said, hey, I got to put this guy in the cell with somebody who can deal with him. And I told him my little rule. I said, hey, man, I'm gone all the fucking time. So if you one of these jack-off artists, you got plenty of time to do that shit on these fucking female guards before I come back to the cell. I said, man, if I wake up and catch you standing at that fucking door at night, ain't gonna be no fucking talking. He didn't never say, he didn't respond to it. And, you know, the warden had told me, say, man, do what you gotta do. If you gotta kill that son of a bitch, kill his sorry fucking ass. Don't even worry about it. Just kill it. You know. But I've been around so many fucking violent dudes. My policy was, I'm just as violent as you are. It's a matter of who strike first. You a man, you put on your pants the same way I do. What you did on the outside don't impress me one fucking bit. If you don't do a damn thing in here, I don't give a shit what you did on the outside. Yeah, I was violent on the outside, and I'm violent in the goddamn prison. And about 3 months of this, I had some fucking free world liquor. I had some Everclear, and I was in there bottling this shit up, making gallons of wine out of it. So I just looked at the miserable motherfucker. I said, hey, man, you drink? He said, yeah. I handed him a cup of motherfucking Everclear mixed with some fucking fruit juice out of the dining room. He sit there and drank it. And occasionally me and him, then he started talking to me. But up to that point, he hadn't said one fucking word to me. And he used to sit and tell me about murders. How many, he said, man, I've killed over 600 goddamn people. He said, they just guessed at 100. He said, man, I done killed over 600 fucking women. He hate motherfucking women. And specifically, he hate white women. I remember sometime I was waiting to go to the craft shop. I had told him to come down to the craft shop and pick some stuff up for me and take it back. And there's a pretty white chick working the craft shop. And he was looking at her. That's when we had pockets on our pants. And she told him, you better not be masturbating on me. I remember his exact words. He said, I'm not jacking off on you. He said, I'm just thinking about all the kind of ways I could kill your goddamn ass. He said, that's what I want to do. I want to kill your motherfucking ass. He said, I don't want to jack off on you. In Texas prison, they call jacking off killing. So she wrote him a disciplinary saying that he wanted to jack off on her. He lists me as a witness. And disciplinary captain, he cool as fuck. He stopped me out in the hallway. He said, you cell partner with Carl Eugene Watts. He got you down as a witness. He said, you ain't got to come to court if you want to. We'll just convict his ass. I said, he didn't tell that woman he was going to jack off on her. He told that woman he wanted to kill her ass. I said, instead of masturbation, they should charge him with a fucking threatening the officer. That's the motherfucking case. It ain't nothing about no jack off. I said, she just wrote him that. I said, when he said kill, you know, kill among inmates mean to jack off. That's Texas prison slang. They say, hey man, I'm gonna kill on this bitch. He mean jack off on the woman. And they dropped the case on him. That motherfucker never got fucking disciplinary. 20 fucking years he ain't never get a minor case. Well, later on, I got transferred, and he got transferred to Ellis. But still on Ellis, he never got disciplinary. Now, this is what fucked him. This is when loose lips sink ships. Since he saw he had me in the cell with him, a guy been locked up a long fucking time, he could talk about all these murders. They ain't have no fucking effect on me. Didn't have not one effect. And some of the subscribers or commenters will probably say, how did you let this dude live in the cell with you and he killed all these women? You got to look at it like this. A woman is what got my ass sent to fucking prison. So I take everything with a grain of fucking salt. I used to talk to a lot of guys in prison. A lot of fucking guys there because of a female. Without her testimony, or she set him up, he would not be there. So, only time a guy get fucked with in a Texas prison, he get to bragging about these rapes. But just because a female say you raped her, that is just her word. It's hard for a man to prove he didn't rape her. For example, you can meet a crackhead lady, and she still look good. The crack ain't got to her yet. The streets ain't wore her ass down. You say, okay, I'll buy her a $20 rock. You get to the room, y'all agreed on a $20 rock, and you pay for the room. After she smoked the 20, she want another 20. You buy that one. Then she want another 20. You still ain't had sex yet. Okay, when the sex do jump off, after the sex, now she want another 20. So you done spent $100 and you else agreed to spend $20. And just suppose you talk fly to her. No, bitch, crackhead, bitch, I ain't buying you no more motherfucking dope. Fuck you, man. Get on out of my room. And she go report you to the laws. Call the police and say, I've been sexually assaulted. They take her to Parkland Hospital, do a rape kit on her, find your sperm in her, prove you didn't rape her. You can't fucking prove it. Your sperm is inside of her. She can say the sex wasn't voluntary. Even though she don't have physical marks on her, he threatened me is the key word. He threatened me. I was in fear, so I submitted to his sexual advances. Now your ass just got a fucking rape case. It could be a fucking lie. But anyway, this is a classic case of loose lips sink ships. Why this motherfucker admitted to all these other fucking crimes, I do not know. Seemed logical. You just would have took that one fucking case that they busted you on and took the fall and went on about your business. Because in Texas, a 60-year sentence is classified as a life sentence. All right, enough ranting and raving. I got my motherfucking shank right here with me. I'm waiting on him to pick up the garbage. Then I'm gonna go visit my buddy downtown Dallas, Charlie Fulbright. He live in a high-rise downtown. I'm gonna go over there and we're gonna kick it with some of the old timers. Then I'm bringing my ass back home. And I'm gonna have my shank all the motherfucking time. So all my subscribers and future subscribers, y'all stay ready, because it can be on at any time. Don't start no shit, won't be no shit. Let's be ready to ride. Let's ride, y'all. Like and subscribe. And in all likelihood, I'll post another video later on today. Y'all have a good day. Appreciate you watching.